Hey guys, into the end here, playing some games with this flying Combray list that I just did a deck tech for. I've called this deck Silence of the Lambs, named after the numerous silencing effects of the deck. Okay, this hand is looking fantastic. 2, 3, 4, and even a way to grab my 4th mana, Sword Power if I miss. So this is a very good hand. These flying units aren't very big, so against aggressive decks like this one, it is slightly problematic. What I would really like to draw is actually another Time Sigil, so I can play the Temple Scribe, so that I can use this to absorb a removal spell, or just chump block. Oh, this is the currently, I think, most popular deck. I see this a lot recently. The aggressive Skycrag deck is extremely good. I believe Manuus recently did a deck tech video on this deck, showing a 70%, yeah, something ridiculous, like a 70% win rate in Masters top 15 or 30. And that's a scary thing. Okay, here I'm just gonna play out the Acolyte and get a Sigil. So if he allows me to trade here, then I think I'm stabilized somewhat. But if he torches me, then oh nope, I'm in a lot of trouble. Okay. So next turn I'll be taking minimum of 6 damage, even if I was able to block one of them. It's actually really unfortunate that he missed a Primal Power, because if this was a 4, I could vanquish it and then play the Temple Scribe to block. That's actually the best thing I can do to mitigate damage. So what I think instead is I will play the Valkyrie Enforcer and silence this unit, because when silenced it's only a 2/2, and I don't think he has a torch, because he probably would have just torched my Acolyte instead. Oh dear. Now I'm taking 8 to go to 3, so I die to pretty much anything he draws. I'm actually dead on board. There's nothing I can play that let me survive next turn, right? Play this, get 4 more, block 1, take 6, go to 1. Alternatively, I can play both of these, gain a life, go to 4, block 2, take 4. That will still kill me. Can I play any more than that? Block 2, take... yeah, no play will let me survive next turn. Except for this one. I go to 1 if he has nothing. Could have really drawn some Combray healers a couple of turns ago. This deck is very powerful. Okay, he seems unsure of himself. If he has a trick, then I die for sure. I'm out of power, so there's no need for him to hesitate. This is really good for me. What this tells me is that he can't kill me. Otherwise, why would you not attack? Okay, so what can we do here? I can... the Vanquish is dead because his units are too small. So I can do is I can play Great Parliament and Scribe. Well, I'll play the Scribe first because that gives me the most options. I should have not played my power source. Didn't think that through. How greedy can I be? Because if I play the Acolyte instead and wait a couple of turns, I can get 2 owls out of the deal. I think that's actually, yeah, that's fine. Because both the Acolyte and the Owl would serve the same purpose of blocking 1 unit. I mean, the Acolyte trades, but I think that's perfectly fine. Oh, he's coming all in, so I think I'm dead here. I have a feeling that I am dead. To a pummel, perhaps? Or a Rock Slide would kill me as well. But then if he had a Rock Slide, he would just remove 2 of my blockers and get more damage. Alright, so here's the torch. Yeah, this deck is very good. I mean, the Skycrack deck is very, very good. I do need to be a little bit faster throwing up a wall. I think maybe one Convoy Healer would have been great, or if he didn't have 2 removal spells from my first 2 blockers, that would have been very nice as well. One mistake I made last game could have been that maybe I shouldn't have played the Enforcer. I should have played the Great Parliament instead, because then he wouldn't have been able to kill the Great Parliament Owls with his 3-powered Charge Chain Flail. This hand, not great. I need a power source before I can do anything. I hope my opponent is not playing a hyper-aggressive deck. No red symbols, please. Oh, there it is. But it's got Seek power, so... not the Skycrack aggro list. Possibly Rakano? Ah, no, never mind. I'm definitely going to play the Enforcer. I want to keep him off of power, and I'm not in need of more power sources because I have one in my hand. And this puts another 3 power threat on the table, which will allow me to race a lot more profitably. The question is, do I play the Obelisk now, or do I play the Acolyte first? And I think the answer is I play the Obelisk. It puts more power on that is... oh yeah, the Obelisk also pumps the Overseer, making it a 4/4. This allows me to do more damage. One problem is if he plays a Sandstorm Titan, I will no longer be able to attack through, and he draws 2 cards. That is one reason for maybe holding on to the Valkyrie Enforcer, but that's fine. I'm gonna have to just deal with that Titan. Using the 6/6 here. But if he plays an Obelisk, then I'm in trouble. Oh, that deck also plays Shatterglass Mages, which will kill my Obelisk. That's something to watch out for. That's a perfect draw. So I will play the Acolyte, grab a land, and I'm going to be able to do a lot of damage to him this turn. He doesn't have enough units to kill the Rhino unless he uses a Sandstorm Titan, which I'm okay trading with even though it is silenced. I want to clear the big units from him, from his board. Even though I do have Obelisks in my deck, I usually prefer to trade units on the ground and then just continue pressure while I'm in the air, because you can see he's at 12 life. He's very close to just dying right now. He needs to answer 2 flying threats very soon, or he loses. I don't know what's in his list that he can use to stop 2 flying units. If he's running the list that just won the recent ETS tournament, I don't believe it has anything that can do this except for another Sandstorm Titan. Yeah, that's not enough. Yep, and he gives up. This is another reason why I prefer the flying units over the big units on the ground. Had I instead had a Dawnwalker and maybe a Sandstorm Titan that game, I don't think I would have been able to attack through his defenses, and he has a lot of equal sized units in his deck, so and flying was one of the easiest ways to win the game. Okay, we're on to game number 3. One more, like maybe a Justice Sigil in this hand would have been pretty sweet, but as it is, not good enough. Okay, this hand is alright. I do need to draw another power, but I do have 2 turns to do so. Not a huge fan of seeing 5-6 drops in my opening hand though. Alright, this deck doesn't look super aggressive, no turn 1 play, but I do need to draw a power source very, very soon. Oh, it's Rakano Plates. I'll just run this out there and silence it now. If I wait, he will get his Warcry trigger. Sure. That's actually a very good unit to absorb the torch with. Looks like we're mana screwed as always. It is with these kind of games. I run 33 mana sources, and I'm still stuck on 2. This guy won't survive. But if he does... Oh no, he's pausing. It's dead. Yeah. Clearly my opening hand was one lander, so I had to throw it back. And now I'm stuck on 2. But my opponent's not doing anything. That's very surprising. Is he just massively mana flooded? So I guess my poor variance is offset by his equally poor variance. And as we say in Magic, mana screw will always beat mana flood. Because as soon as I start drawing mana, power, then I have a flood of things to do, and he doesn't. Well, that's... So, it's variance both ways, except he's suffering from variance worse than I am suffering from variance. But as you can see, neither of our decks managed to do what the deck was meant to do. Neither of us get to make any decisions, and that was essentially a non-game. Kalimdor again. I play against him a lot. Very good player. But this is the first time I've ever used this particular deck against him, though, so I think he'll be surprised by it. Once again, 2 power sources with some 6 and 4s. I really need to draw some power sources. Stone Scar aggro. Yes, that's perfect. Whatever I play is going to get killed. But I actually think I'd rather play this. Because for whatever odd chance it doesn't get killed, I can block profitably so he won't attack. And I think silence will have uses in this deck. Yeah, like that. Well, now I'd rather run this out there because this is bigger. And it's also a silence effect. And I'll attack him for 2. I know that he is the more aggressive deck in this matchup, and I probably shouldn't attack. But he didn't have a removal for this last turn. I was hoping he didn't have a removal for that this turn, but I was wrong. And it took 4 damage for nothing. So let's silence that now. And now I'm gonna sit back and just trade. I need to draw a power source very badly now. I have one more play next turn, and then I'm stuck. Okay, let's just trade. My opponent doesn't... Oh, never mind. I was just gonna say, he doesn't seem like he's playing too many Grenadines, but he is. So this is the kind that goes wide. So let's hope he doesn't have a Bandit Queen or Rally, because then that's... Oh dear. I think I die next turn unless I have a way to... Nope, I don't. Okay. So... I'm dead to a Rally, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will come through, and that's 18 damage. He shouldn't have to think this long if he has a Rally. Because I'm dead on board. That's really unfortunate. Okay, let's just build this guy again. I still die to a Rally, but I wonder if I die to a Bandit Queen. I might not. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would come through. Okay, so he's going for it. 2, 4, I think 7 go to 11? Sure. That is very good for me. Oh wait, oh, crap, I took way more. Oh no, I take 11, that's right. Still not drawing lands. I could really use this Throne Warrant. Let's silence this thing. So 2, 4, 6. So 3 gets blocked. 2, 4, 6 will come through. I go to 1. got to be dead at this point. Any spell. Yep, there it is. Wow. Okay, and we are... Wait, how many games have we played? Are we 2-2? Or are we 1-2? I think that was the 4th game, right? So that's 2-2. Let's do one more, and then I end the video. I think at this rank, it's usually 50-50 win rate for me. You're running into a lot of very fine-tuned decks with very good players. It's difficult to win more than that. Hey, it's Red World again. He's actually dropped about, what, 20, 25, 30 ranks since I last played him. So he's lost a couple games. This hand is very sketchy. I can't play either of the Tempo Scribes because I don't have the power requirements. So even having the Initiate of the Sand out early, it doesn't do anything for me. This is actually very risky. Very, very risky. I also can't... Yeah, I'm going to redraw this. There's a lot of cards that I can't play. This is a lot better. Played the Time Sigil first. Actually, for no real reason. Okay. He's doing nothing. That's great. I have 2 answers for his Sandstorm Titan. I'm definitely going to keep one in my hand. I will have to play this other one to get rid of this Dawnwalker, though. Not get rid of, but, you know, silence it. You don't want to deal with recurring Dawnwalkers so short. Definitely no block. I'm doing 6 to him in the air. So this deck can be very, very fast and very aggressive. I'm doing 6 next turn. That is a lot more than many decks can handle. I'm definitely going to win this race very badly once I put out the Obelisk and then the Stand Together as well. In fact, he may be dead in 2 turns. He's doing a lot of damage to me as well. But that's okay, I have things like this to sort of block and buy time for myself. Because if I don't die in the following turn, then he dies. The question is, do I play the healer or do I play Stand Together, which basically means he cannot kill any of my units. Does he have a torch? I'm just gonna go for it and hope he doesn't have a torch. If he doesn't, then he's in a lot of trouble. Okay, I don't think there's any way for him to stop me from killing him next turn. Oh no! He kills me with burn. Alright. I made a fatal error. I didn't have to attack with all 3 of my units because he was dead in 2 turns even if I attacked with 2. In fact, even if I attacked with just 1, I would finish him off in the following turn. So that was a massive misplay on my part, and I lost the game because of it. If I had simply held back 2 of my flyers and attacked with only 1 of them, I would have definitely won that game. So, and perhaps the other line of playing the Convert Healer would have also allowed me to win the game. So that was just, I think that was just me playing very badly. The line that I've chosen might have been the only wrong line. So let's do one more. I felt that that defeat was quite bitter. That defeat tasted quite bitter in my mouth, so let's try and redeem ourselves with a better game. Perfect, he has no answer, so this is a great start for me. I'm gonna attack him for 1. This hand is fantastic. 2 silence effects, a flyer, a very good 5-drop. I don't think I'm going to run my Valkyrie Enforcer out there. There's too many good things that I can hit. I'm just gonna attack him. And then draw a card. And this way I can leave up the Desert Marshal in case it is needed. My opponent also hasn't played a relevant card, so let me know what he's playing. Oh, some kind of slow control deck. Maybe I should have... well, let's think. In these colors, what can he do? If I'm just going to play this. I want to be able to apply more pressure and do more damage to him. There's no sweepers in these colors that I have to worry too much about, right? Yeah. This Vanquish will kill the first threat he plays, or I can silence it. So my opponents miss one of his... Oh no, he didn't. I have an extra power because of the initiative, that's right. I'm just way ahead. I think I'm going to attack him with these units. I don't really want to trade the initiative since I do want the power. And it's also 1 damage. My opponent hasn't done anything of relevance. I'm slightly worried that the first card he plays is going to be a bomb that destroys me. What can it be? That's not a problem. Just going to kill it and attack. I think that's lethal. Okay, so my opponent didn't do anything for 5 turns, I think.